Unit 6, Bonds, Lecture 4, Valuation, Part C. In the next two slides, we look at a valuation example using annual coupon payments. In this example, we're looking at calculating the yield that is generated, or the yield to maturity. You don't always want to know how much a bond is going to cost you. You may sometimes know what the price of the bond is, and you would like to know how much it's going to yield you if you hold it until maturity. We're going to start looking now at the price yield curve, which is a graph that gives you an indication of the relationship between the price of a bond and its yield to maturity. This is an inverse relationship, so as yield increases, price decreases, and as yield decreases, price increases. Now when we look at a bond, you must be mindful of the fact that the coupon and the principal or par value do not change for a specific bond. However, the yield to maturity, which is influenced by prevailing interest rate, does change. So we can say that the only factor that actually determines a bond's value or price is prevailing interest rates, which influences yield to maturity. So if we look at the actual curve, it is a curve. So the price-yield relationship is convex, not a straight line. It is inverse, but the convexity means that the rate at which prices change with the changing yields varies depending on whether rates are increasing or decreasing. Now we've looked at the price yield curve, and we understand that an inverse relationship exists between prices and yields. but there are more specific relationships that exist between the coupon rate, yield, and price, and this is very useful and important for you to know. If the yield is equal to the coupon rate, then the price of the bond is equal to its par value. If the yield is greater than the coupon rate, then the price trades at a discount to par value. And if the yield is less than the coupon rate, then the price of your bond trades at a premium to par value. Very important. In summary, if you want to find the price of a bond, you need to discount its coupon payments and principal of par value by the yield to maturity. Now, if a bond is trading in the secondary market, and most bonds trade in the secondary market, its price will change whenever it changes hands. And that price change doesn't have to mean that the prices go down or prices go up all the time. It will depend on current market rates. So here we're looking at an example that is going to help us understand the price yield curve more. You've been asked to calculate missing values. Actually, there are no missing values, they've all been filled in. And then you're asked to plot the price yield curve. So this is going to show you how the yield and the prices vary. In this example, you're being asked to demonstrate your understanding of the relationship between coupon rate, yield, and price. And based on our previous slides, we know that if the coupon rate is higher than the yield to maturity, then the price of the bond will be higher than the par value. So for the R153, whose coupon is 13% and its yield to maturity is 8.5%, that bond will trade at a premium to R1,000,000. And the logic behind that is, if you are investing in a bond with a coupon of 13% at a time when interest rates are 8.5%, you are getting a higher interest rate in the bond than you could get if you bought a new bond. So for that benefit, you would need to pay more than the par value for the bond. The same applies to the